Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Jessica.
There you go.
Barbara.
And
Like
Gus again.
a news feed that took too long to. What was that about?
Everyone's just in a goofy mood, right?
Yeah, always with this crew. Always, every time we're together, it's weird.
So right before the podcast, I have to bring this up right away. We were talking about Bernie and Ashley and their son, and how like he's at the age now where he's just learning to walk. And we discovered that Gus was late to walking because he was too fat as a baby.
I was really super fat. I needed to get physical therapy because I was too fat to be able to walk. Like my little baby legs couldn't support my weight. I think I was like, I wasn't super. I mean, I was kind of big when I was born. I think I was like 10 pounds when I was born. But yeah, I was super fat. And so I had to go to physical therapy. And the way that I ended up walking was, since I couldn't support my own weight, my mother had to buy a giant balloon, and I would use it almost like a cane. Like I would set it up and then like use it to prop myself up and stand, and then I would like hobble along with it so that way I could walk. And then eventually, I guess I lost enough weight from my workout routine to be able to start walking. But
So
I was a really late walker.
What were you fat from?
Milk.
Yeah, like
Don't all babies just drink a shitload of milk?
I think I drank way too much. I'd like way more than.
Did you just lie motionless and burn no calories?
The only thing I would do is like reach my arm out and get more milk.
yeah, you know how like a lot of babies like wiggle around and like do a bunch of movements while they're like on the ground. Yeah. Gus probably just laid there.
Yeah, just laid there. It's like I can't wait for video games to be invented so I can play them.
Dude, so many got invented. It's awesome.
My mother tells this awful story about me that I'm super old. So when I was a baby, I got fed with glass bottles, and she said that I thought it was hilarious that after I was done drinking my bottles, I would throw them out of the crib, and they would sometimes shatter on the floor. So when she would come in and check on me in the middle of the night, she'd cut her feet up. Because I would have thrown glass bottles and I would see it and I would start laughing in the crib.
Little did she know you were going, psh, another.
Yeah.
According to the internet, the average weight for a baby is 7.5 pounds.
Yeah, I was about 10. So
you were 10?
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess that's on the high end of normal.
Yeah. So I was also born late. I missed my own birth date.
Oh, so
Did you have someone else going on?
Extra cooked.
Yeah, I was extra plump when I came out.
he was very well done for a baby.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, but yeah.
I feel bad for your
I'm sure
mom.
I'm not the only one. Yeah, she told me I should feel bad, but
Good.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, whatever. In the end, she got like me. I'm like the most awesome person in the world. How
And
lucky for
now
her. How fortunate.
you walk just
guess.
fine. You can walk
Yeah,
all
you
by
walk
yourself.
so well.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I did a lot of walking. I've walked quite a bit, even today.
I feel like you drive more, but I've seen you walk.
I do drive. Yeah, I've been known to walk. I've been known to drive. Man, what is the deal with people running stop signs and red lights and then flipping me off? Like, I don't get
I
it.
saw your tweet. I saw that.
Yeah, I was
What
driving
happened?
through a parking lot the other day, and I was going to go to the exit, and it was straight, and the intersecting lane had a stop sign. So I'm going straight. A woman stopped at the stop sign. I kept going. I guess she thought I had a stop sign as well. She nearly hit me, so I slam on my brakes. I don't honk at her or anything. I just slam on my brakes to avoid hitting her. She pulls out in front of my car, stops her car, looks at me in the eyes, and gives me a double flip off, and then keeps driving. And I'm like, you're the one who missed your stop sign. Why am I the one getting flipped off?
What makes you think it's anything to do with driving?
Maybe it's not.
You're right. She's probably a very unhappy person inside. Just unhappy with her life choices.
Yeah.
Man, it's just frustrating. I did nothing wrong. I was just driving. I was just trying to leave a parking lot, and I get a double flip off for going straight.
Dude, I think the world is just angry these days, man. I think everyone is just like fed up with each other and humanity.
Were you driving alone?
No, Esther was with me.
Did you kick off? Did you give her a bit of a show?
No. I was just like, what happened? Like, I was just shocked. I was just
Wait, what
like,
does kick off mean?
I don't know, like start yelling, screaming.
No.
Oh.
Escalating the situation.
No, not at all. I was very calm about it. Like I said, I think it's mainly. I think I would have normally been angry, but I think I was in such shock over having nearly hit someone for absolutely no reason that I was just like, "What happened?" Like I didn't know what happened.
Some people, I think, are just like, they react out of embarrassment almost if they do something wrong like that, where it's like they know they're at fault, but they're just pissed off that you acknowledged it, that they want to then like punish you for it. That happens to me all the time. I got flipped off and honked at one time when someone in front of me in a roundabout stopped mid-roundabout to let someone in, and I honked at them because you're not supposed to stop in a roundabout.
Right.
You're supposed to just keep going until you get off. And they like honked back at me and like flipped me off in their rearview mirror, and I was like, okay, I can't explain the rules to you of a roundabout through my car, but go look it up, go Google it.
You know that roundabout by the studio, like at I-35 and 51st?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah, one time I was back, when we used to go to the studio, I was driving by there, and I was driving westbound on 51st to the roundabout, and no, I take it back. I was driving in the other direction. I was driving to the studio, so I was driving eastbound on 51st. And as I was driving, onto 51st off of the roundabout, I saw there was a car coming in the other direction, westbound on 51st, and they tried to turn left against traffic into that roundabout. Geez. And like, there's not very much traffic in that little section, so they managed to do it. Then they got stuck, and then they tried to back out, and they were just stuck there doing like that Austin Powers thing where they're trying to like go forward and backwards to get their way out. I was like, oh my God, what a fuck up.
Gavin, aren't you happy you don't drive?
Because I get flipped off less?
Because you don't have to I guess you do if you're driving in a car with someone else, but you don't have to deal with people like this all the time.
That's true. I've spent a lot of time in the car with Dan, though, and he will yell about absolutely nothing. But especially here, because every time we interact with that roundabout, it's like 9 times out of 10 someone doesn't know what they're doing on it, and he will go on like a 2.5-minute rant every single time.
Although, to be fair, that particular roundabout near the studio is a piece of shit. That's so unclear. Some of the directions of like which lane you gotta be in.
Just one direction.
It's pretty clear.
There's two lanes in it though. Which I think
I can see why people get confused.
Yeah, like there's a part of it where it's like you got to be in this lane to get off on this area, and like they're not quite right, the directions. There's something about it that's a little off.
It's just that people going southbound on the 35 from there, the people in the right lane sometimes want to keep going east on 51st, but they can't. Their lane can only go south onto 35, and it's when they keep trying to go, that's what fucks everything up.
But surely you should only be in the outside lane if you're about to exit.
You're right, Gavin. What a great idea.
Gavin, oh my God, you should drive.
But are you saying just people aren't doing that?
Right. They're in the outside lane, but they want to keep going around and take the next exit. It's like, that's not how a roundabout works. That's not right at all. It's infuriating. It swizzles me up.
Okay.
Is it just not included in... I'm waiting for Eric to... Is it not included in like learning to drive in this country, a roundabout?
I don't think I learned anything about roundabouts when I took driver's ed.
It's pretty irresponsible for them to just stop making them pop up all over the place.
I think I did, but it was very... it was kind of like they covered it for maybe half a second, and then we moved on. So
I don't know if I ever learned.
It's like, good luck, everyone.
Yeah,
they're really good. They're so much better than 4 different traffic lights.
It's way better than the light that used to be over there. That one that we're bitching about, that light sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so much time when there's 4 traffic lights in 4 directions where 3 of the 4 lights are red and there's no one on the green side and everyone's just sat there with their thumbs up their asses, almost up each other's asses, but that's not true. Waiting
Gavin, you sure have a lot to say for somebody who just doesn't drive.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
You're not allowed to voice your opinions on anything if you don't participate. If that were true, working in entertainment would be very different.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
So I saw right before we started the podcast, Barbara, you had a tweet that you fell up the stairs.
Yeah. Literally. I don't know if anything sums up 2020 better than falling up the stairs. Jessica will be able to relate to this maybe. But so it's quarantine. And I promise you this relates to how I felt. In quarantine, when you're lounging about, you're not necessarily on camera, whatever you got to do, you don't really have to wear a bra. And it's more comfortable that way. So I was running up the stairs.
I'm curious to see how this tripped you. I'm curious to see where this story's going.
I was running up the stairs because I wanted to grab my water because I was eating lunch downstairs. But I was running fast, and since I'm not wearing a bra, I had to hold my boobs to keep them from like going all over the place.
Wow.
Sometimes I just do that when I'm running, and so because I'm not using, I don't know why that made a difference as to why I fell. But my stairs are carpeted, and as I was running and like holding my boobs, I just like slipped and then fell forward, and I like hit my shin and my chin on the stairs, and I felt like the biggest idiot of all time.
Oh, so you really fell. Your chin hit the stairs?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So you just
Were
didn't
your
put
boobs
your arms
okay
out?
though?
My boobs are great. Luckily, they
Okay,
were
good.
protected. If I wasn't holding them,
Good.
who knows what would have happened?
Couldn't you have just let go of one to break the fall and kept hold of the other?
You know, Gab, it happened so fast. I could have done it.
Good question though.
When you're like, when you slip on a carpeted stair, it's like instant. You don't have time to really react.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even with a high-speed camera, you're like up 1 minute and then it's like, bam, and you're just straight down. There's like no fall time.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't know if there's any people in chat who've got boobs and, you know, if you're running and you're in a hurry and you just hold them to keep them from going too crazy. You know what I'm saying,
Well, why
Gus?
were you holding them in the first place? Were
I-
you holding them afraid that they would like become detachable titties at some point?
What?
I don't know. I
Like,
don't know
they
why
were
I
going
was
to-
doing it.
What about
Okay.
this as an invention?
A
Sorry,
bra.
Jessica, it was... No, right. Well, imagine a hoodie, right? A hoodie that's just loose tits all over the place. But if you want to quickly run, you can pull a drawstring on both, and it will just suck them in temporarily. Bit of support, get a jog on, and then just...
How exactly do you picture the draw? Like, do you picture the drawstrings like clipping them in this way, like individually, or just like all one like giant uniboob kind
I
of
imagine
thing?
it would be like a loose sort of fabric thing that then tightens in.
Yeah, it's almost
towards
like
you.
it has a built-in bra, and when you pull the drawstrings, it's like hooking them in together, right? Like clasping the back of the strap.
You know, I like that idea because sometimes when you're just like lounging about and not wearing a bra, but like if you want to go get the mail or do something, you have to leave your house for whatever reason. You don't feel like
This is true.
putting on a whole bra and like taking off what you're wearing to put on a bra. I like this idea. Let's invent it.
I
and
like
patent
that.
it.
Okay, what are we
Absolutely.
going to call it?
The bro.
It's only in hoodies, you think?
No, it's you got to apply for like a utility patent. That way you can use it. You can patent it across all kinds of clothes.
It would have to be in some sort of comfortable loungewear, otherwise there'd be no point to it.
Yeah. What do you think, Jessica? What should we call this?
First thing that came to mind was like booby brace, BB, but that's bad. I don't know. This is such a genius idea. It's gonna take some time to think on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
when
that's what I was thinking too.
Genius. Almost as genius as our idea we had before the podcast started. 'Cause I was asking Gavin how he's feeling since we just had Extra Life this weekend, and if you guys missed it, he got absolutely decimated by paintballs.
Well, we were trying to make it because we realized the paintball guns were obscene. Even the lesser powered ones, just I could feel the impact shooting him, and I could see him hitting Michael. It was like instant, and he was in a lot of pain. So we started trying to aim mainly for the helmet because that doesn't hurt as much as, you know, a t-shirt with skin underneath, and also the crotch, the cock blocker pad. Thing is, though, you get a lot of hits sort of around the shoulders and around the area around the pad. So my lap took an absolute... I've got a purple lap right now. And, and I would call it my thighs, but it's, you know, we've been at home for 8 months, and it's a lap most of the time.
Yeah.
And,
So
I realized when I'm doing a cheeky poo, I got nowhere to lean anymore because it hurts so much. And I realized that I'm always like, where do you put your arms when you're doing a number two?
I have never once thought about where I put my arms while I poop until you
Me
mentioned that.
neither.
Because I was like, I guess you don't just like dangle them by your sides like a freak.
Yeah, I'm not like hanging them down,
Touching
knocking
the
into the
porcelain.
plunger and stuff.
I'm just holding my boobs the whole time while I shit. But it came up that we should invent something where it's armrests for your toilet. So you have a place to put your arms while you take a shit. And it's not your lap.
But I feel like
Hold
the
on,
lap
I have to
is-
go sit on my toilet and figure out like how. What is my?
All right.
Oh, it could be like
Report
these
back.
desk chairs where like you can have the arms down or you can put the arms up if you don't want them.
Yeah, I think it's genius.
Sit
I think we
down
got
and
$1
take a
million
poo.
idea right here.
All right, everyone be quiet. Jessica's pooing right now.
Okay.
Just
Well, no,
No,
I'm,
I just
trying,
had to,
I'm trying to
like-
make it so you're in the zone. You usually don't poo while
okay.
listening to us.
Yeah. So like like a sit.
Looks like your hands are.
Okay. So
So where were your arms?
yeah, I think it was kind of like in my lap. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I didn't-
right.
So I can't do that, and can't have a lot of cat cuddles because that's where they like to sit. I'm just very uncomfortable in
Yeah,
general.
do they thing where they like walk across you with their like, well, I don't know why cats feel so heavy when they walk across you with one paw at a time. It's like, why do you weigh 50 pounds all of a sudden?
We're getting a lot of suggestions for hoodie names in chat.
I saw
think
Hoobie,
Maybe
which was
the
great.
Hoobie, I think, is the best one so far.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's not bad.
Hoodie Boobie.
Good one.
I saw a couple
Gotta-
Barb Raws, which of course,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I feel like Gavin should take credit for it, so we got to name it after him.
I don't need it. I
I know you don't need it. I thought. Gavin, what you hiding in that shirt? What you got, boy?
Show me those Hoobies. Well, I fell up the stairs once when I was in middle school. It was like between classes, and I had one class downstairs and my next one was upstairs, and I was running up the stairs with my backpack and all my books and everything. And I did that thing where it's like my right foot didn't quite clear the step and like my toe hit it
Yeah.
and then pushed forward. And then so like I fell, but it was like the third step from the top. So like I fell, but then I had enough momentum that I landed up on the floor in the hallway,
Oh, whoa.
and I just like it's all splayed out like in the middle between classes. Like I felt like hundreds of people standing around watching me. Everyone watched me make this big, loud sound, and I'm splayed out on the floor. And the only thing I say is, on the bright side, I wasn't popular to begin with, so it didn't really matter that that incredibly embarrassing thing happened to me. So I was like, oh well, not a big deal. Didn't really hurt myself. May as well just collect my shit and go to class.
Oh man.
You bring up a funny story. When I was in college, I went to Texas State, and there's these giant steps that lead up to the library. And I remember I was walking down them one day, but I tripped down. And it was one of those downwards where like your butt just like slides down. It's like, da, 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 And everybody saw us. This is in the quad area. So they saw me fall. And I mean, like the sun was
no.
shining onto me. It was like, kind of like the sun was setting, but it was like only on the stairs, and nowhere else. So
Is
like
that
it
your
was like
excuse?
a spotlight on me.
As to why you fell, or are you saying you were very well lit as you fell?
I was very well lit
Okay.
as I fell.
Very cinematic fall.
Yeah. So this girl comes over and helps me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's like, "Just so you know, there's a Facebook group for people that fall down the stairs here, and you should join it."
Were they being serious? Or they
Yes,
just making
and then I found it. I
Did you
found
join?
the Facebook group? I did, because I was like, it made me feel less alone. But yeah.
You all give each other support. Like anytime someone new joins the group, you're like, "They're there. We understand. We know. We know what that's like."
We have a
Yeah, but it was
support
just, like,
meeting
people
every
that have fallen
Friday.
down. Yeah. Just people that have fallen down the stairs there. There's quite a few people in that group. So,
Listen,
it's a
man,
common thing that happens.
School stairs are like the most dangerous stairs of all time. Some of them don't even have because they're just like that slick. What material is it? It's like not stone.
It's like a cement or a concrete that's just like no texture on it, just real slick.
Yeah, although living in Canada made it easier since they had to take precautions on stuff like that. So there was like these little like rubber grips on all the stairs at the edges because people have wet boots from walking outside in the winter snow.
What was the coldest temperature you experienced in Canada?
There was a week when I was living in Montreal. I think it was like -30, -35 Celsius during that week with the wind chill. I don't know what it was without it, but it was like, hey, we don't recommend you leave your house if you don't have to.
Does stuff even function? Like like I've experienced here. My phone will stop working outside because it gets too hot. If I put it down in the sun, like
Yeah.
would a phone stop working from the cold at that temperature?
I don't know. I imagine it wouldn't be great.
I'm trying to think. I think the problem you would have is
don't
if you're
know.
wearing gloves, then you're like the touch screen on your phone doesn't work so well.
Yeah, but you can wear those like capacitive tipped gloves.
Yeah, there's
I
a
guess they have that now.
new gloves like that
You
technology.
combine that with the drawstring.
And I don't know
then
what
you're
it
good to
is,
go.
but if you ever wear fingerless gloves, or I had mittens that had like the top come off, so like your just fingers would be exposed. I don't know what it is, but if the tips of your fingers are exposed in the cold, the rest of you is freezing. And if you cover those
Yeah.
up, you feel so much better. I don't know what that is, but man,
Yeah.
if any bit of your
For
hand
me,
is
it's my
showing-
head.
Yeah, that's where your heat.
If my head
goes.
is just, yeah, then I'm just cold. But if it's
Oh, yeah.
covered and warm,
I'm so warm right now. I'm a backwards
It was-
hat guy.
It was super cold this morning.
it was. It felt so
Was it
nice.
minus 35 Celsius?
It was not. I went to Edmonton once to work on a commercial for Mass Effect 2, and when remember when you used to fly on planes and when you land, the pilot tells you the weather conditions at the city you're landing in. When I
Yes.
landed in Edmonton, it was -40.
That's
And
where,
he
that's
said
where
that,
Fahrenheit
like-
and Celsius meet.
Yeah, they meet. Yeah, he was like it was a normal thing. Like, welcome to Edmonton. The temperature outside is -40 degrees. I was like, is no one going to comment on that?
Everyone's
It was
just
the
on the
middle
plane
of the
like,
day. Like that was the warmest it was going to be that day. The sun was still out, and it was -40.
Jeez.
the thing is
People
like
there just look up at the sun and be like, why aren't you working? Like, what?
they just like hit it like, come on, turn on, come on. I feel like though when you're past a certain point, and if there's people in the chat who are also from cold climates, it gets to a certain point when you're past a certain negative temperature that like -20 to -35, like you don't really feel that difference. It's just it's just numbingly cold. And like I guess I can't really speak for cold with a -40 because that just seems like deadly, and just awful. But I guess it's the same way where like in Texas, if it's like 105 versus 115, like it's just fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you can
we
tell
were-
the difference with hot though.
What do you mean?
We were working real fast before you get to that. We were working on that commercial, and I remember I forget why we needed like a DVI adapter or something in order to like get
Nice.
the footage to appear on the monitor. And I like looked it up on Google. It's like there's a store that's 3 blocks away that sells the DVI adapter.
Oh.
Am I gonna walk there, or am I gonna, like how am I gonna get there? Like it was like I had to sit there and think about it for like 10 minutes. Like, what's the best way to do this? Am I gonna walk, or am I gonna like have to call a taxi? It was before Uber. It was like to get out there.
What did you do in the end?
I found out that Edmonton has underground tunnels that you can walk below the city streets. So you don't have to go outside and get cold.
Yeah.
So why are they warmer? Just because there's no wind?
I guess
Or
there's
'cause
no
it's
wind. Plus,
closer
it's,
to the.
yeah, it's contained. There's no all the heat can stay trapped in there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy it.
Yeah. So what were you saying? Like, I guess when you're hot, you can't tell the difference. Is that what you were trying to argue?
Well, I mean, I guess I've just never experienced two different hot temperatures that felt the same. Like it'll regularly go to like 44 degrees Celsius here, like in the height of summer. But I've also been in like 47, and that felt significantly hotter. That was when I was in India. I was like, I've never experienced this kind of heat, and it's really just like 3 degrees hotter, but it did feel
Was it
like
maybe like a
way hotter.
Is it maybe like a humidity thing at that point? Like
That's
if
probably
it-
also a factor. Yeah.
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 It just felt like it just felt painful to be outside.
Honestly, like if you go either direction, the cold at that level is just it's painful, but also numbing. Where you're just like, I can't feel anything. Your bones and like the inside of your body gets cold too. So you could go inside to warm up, and you're like, I'm gonna be cold for the rest of the week. It's just like inside my body.
Yeah. You forget what heat is like.
Yeah.
All you know is the cold death
What
creeping
is
up on you.
absolute zero? What's the temperature?
Negative. Fuck, I don't know.
Jessica,
I
what's the
feel like we
coldest?
live a lot closer to absolute zero than we do to. Well, I guess there's no absolute hotness.
Absolute heat.
Infinite
Yeah.
heat.
absolute hotness is Jessica Vasami.
Oh my god! Oh,
Wink, wink, wink.
I
I'm
can't
hitting
take
on you.
this attention. I'm down with that. Down with that.
What's the coldest you've been in, Jess?
I was actually thinking about this. I don't think I've been below 0.
Really?
But one day I hope to experience that just
Below
to
0?
feel it.
In Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit. I don't know
Okay.
Celsius. Like I don't know.
Zero Fahrenheit is what, like -10 or something? Let me look it up.
I'm stuck trying to find out what absolute zero is. Okay. -273 Celsius or -459 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's
What?
weird that we are closer to.
-17.
Is that right? We're closer to absolute 0 than if I preheat the oven. Well, I guess I don't put the oven that hot, but it's like we're oddly like.
Yeah, I don't know if you go that.
Well, like a fire is like thousands of degrees.
Right.
But
Like fire can get much hotter than coal can get cold.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
yeah. But then there's
The
also
average-
stuff
Whoa,
that's way
that's
hotter
weird to
than
think
fire.
about.
Yeah.
We're just very close to the cold end, is what I'm saying. On the grand
The
scheme
average,
of all known
the average
temperatures.
temperature of the universe is
Well-
-270 degrees Celsius or -454 Fahrenheit.
Okay, because
That's
I was just about to ask, like, well, in the out there in the universe, like, yeah, what is the degrees
all-
out there? Because it's cold as shit.
almost absolute zero. So
Okay.
negative. Yeah, a negative oven
So wait,
is the
why
average
isn't
temperature.
why isn't the vacuum of space -0? Absolute 0.
It's the average temperature of the universe that factors in everything.
Oh, like suns and stuff.
Right.
Wow, there's a lot of empty space.
There's a
Whoa.
lot of empty space.
why are we going to Mars, by the way? What are we doing?
We need a backup plan. You don't keep all your data in one place. We got all our shit on Earth. What happens if we lose?
Which-
That's true. That's
What do we
true.
transfer to Mars?
Just a backup. Because
Yeah, we need.
Mars
Gotta
is
have a
like
backup.
it's like moving to a new office that's smaller. We're gonna fill that one up even faster than this one.
Well,
Yeah, but that's also like if the office was really difficult to get to, though, and people didn't want to work there. They prefer working at the original office.
sounds like Rooster
There's
Teeth.
also like at the new office, the snacks suck. They don't get water.
They don't get water.
You can't just go out without your entire goddamn spacesuit on.
Right. It's like the new office sucks. It's got a lot of cool technology, but that technology is just there to keep you alive.
I honestly,
What's
think
the-
we should skip it and go somewhere bigger.
I want to go to Mars.
Wait,
I want
what's
to
the
meet
name of
Matt
that
Damon.
planet that's like Earth?
What did you say, Jessica?
What's the name of that planet that's like Earth? What is it called?
Mars.
No. It's in another.
Mercury.
It's in another
Venus.
galaxy. No,
we can't
that's
go-
like Earth. None of those are like Earth.
We're not gonna suck up the galaxy. We gotta go
It's
somewhere.
planet. Hold on, it's planet
that
B
is like
something.
Earth.
Planet Earth.
No, you guys know it.
Kepler 452b.
That's it.
Oh,
But
I asked
that's the
Google
one.
what is the name of the planet that is like Earth, and it came back with that.
See, she was right.
yes.
It exists.
That's not in the.
Yes.
Are you saying that's not in the Milky Way?
I don't know if it's in the Milky Way.
Why
Can you
why are
confirm
we
that?
skipping the Milky Way? We've got so much here in the Milky Way. We need to be going. we need
Because,
to be going to those planets.
but yeah, just like Barb was saying, if we're gonna go to Mars and some shit, yeah, we have to go out with our spacesuits on. Like, we're not gonna survive out there. Come on.
Yeah.
We can't. It took us 40 years to get something out of the solar system.
I don't know. Here's the problem: a year on Kepler 452b is 385 days. I can't deal with that.
It's going to throw everything off slightly.
Yeah, it's
Wow. Well,
it's like really
you know,
close, but just slightly off. It's going to be a whole thing. There's going to be another month we have to learn Keplerary. It's going to be like really short, like February, and it's going to be like, oh my god, you only
Yeah,
have that month
you're
on
right.
that planet. It's not worth it.
Okay. Well,
I'll go. Fuck
Okay,
it.
so
Let's
we-
do it.
We're between.
I'll go with you, Jessica.
but where is it though? Can someone tell me? Is it in the?
It's in. I think it's in the Milky Way. It's in the
It
Cygnus
is?
constellation. It looks like.
Listen, we're all
All right,
in a
okay.
Well, let's hear.
simulation. We're in the Matrix. Nothing exists. God is dead. Earth is flat.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
she's saying some.
This
Some
roll
heavy
1400
things
light
there.
years
it's like
away.
listening to Rogan all of a sudden. This got great.
Oh, man.
Eric, which planet should we go to?
I think you guys should go to the Kepler one because I'm just thinking about age-wise. You probably gain a couple of years, right?
Hey, the theory of relativity.
Like you would be younger. Is my math right, Gus?
So it's like we'd be like
How would we be
dogs on this
younger?
planet.
Yes.
Like if someone's like, oh, she's 30 in human years, but 87 in what is it, Kepler?
Kepler years.
But you would be
yeah.
younger.
Gavin,
would be
you've seen
younger.
Interstellar.
I'll be younger.
That was about a black hole, Jessica. That was about a massive black
it
hole.
wasn't just about a black hole. They also cover the theory of relativity, and I'm sure you went down the science hole after you watched Interstellar. I guess you just didn't absorb any of this information.
Going down the science hole
Okay.
sounds like a really nerdy way to have sex.
What? It's an
I would
interesting
say,
thing to say.
if I had to sum it up in one word, I would say Interstellar is about a black hole.
Sure.
What's
Yeah.
it about?
One word.
Yeah.
Is
What would you
is
say
black
it's
hole one word?
Good question. It's about hole.
question.
It's about one very big hole.
Big fat time hole.
Man, speaking of things that are big and fat, I
Gus
had
baby.
I had like 4 raccoons in my backyard last night.
Why?
Oh God.
Are you leaving
I don't
trash
know.
out? What's going on, dude?
I don't know if they were fighting or if they were fucking or if they were doing both. But they were really loud and they tore up almost my entire yard. I don't know. I have no idea what to do.
Oh God.
They're- Like I woke up at first, I guess I didn't wake up. I heard them around 12:30 or so. I could hear one going like wah, and then the other ones were like screaming at each other. I was
that
like,
was me,
what
I'm
is
sorry.
going on in my backyard?
Wah.
And,
you got
yeah,
you
the
got
Waluigi
Wario
raccoon.
in your backyard and Waluigi.
And they just like, when I went out to walk my dogs this morning, it's like my entire yard looks like someone dug up the top 3 inches of it. It's like the entire yard is just missing the top. Like all the grass is gone. It's just turned up dirt now.
Do you get raccoons often? Is this an often thing for you?
Oh, yeah. These fucking raccoons are always around here. Sometimes they disappear for a while. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen them, but they're back. This is the most raccoons I've ever seen at one time in my yard. There were 4 of those fat fucks, and they were really fat.
Should you
I-
call like
You should make a short film about this.
animal control?
Just
Maybe I
record
could.
them.
Yeah, get your fox piss.
Yeah.
I guess I should. I still have some of that
You
left.
should probably call animal control.
What are they gonna do? Like camp in his back garden at night?
I don't know.
Yeah, also,
Put something
also, I'm
down,
like,
put some type
I-
of
I assume they're going to tell me to fuck off that the raccoons were here first.
I mean,
no.
yeah. I mean, not those specific raccoons, but in general they were.
In general, yeah.
What do you leave in your backyard? Do you have like plants or food or anything like that that would attract them?
Nothing. Just my yard. That's it. I mean, there's nothing out there. I have my compost bin, my compost trash bin, but it's closed and they never fuck with it. Like they never try to open it or anything.
Someone
Oh, remember
What
the one time
animals?
they-
What animals do
they got
raccoons
to my grease
hate?
trap?
Gus.
I don't think they do. They don't hate anything.
Because
Yeah,
I was
they
going to
hate
say
me.
you could
Yeah.
just like get their pee and then somehow just put it all over your backyard so they wouldn't come. They'd smell the
I think-
pee and they would hate
I think
that.
that was the rationale behind the fox. I used fox urine for a while, and I guess they went away. Maybe I need to buy some more and, spray it out there. But man, what a fucking annoying ass problem. I saw a video on YouTube the other day of a guy who was like covered in raccoons. Did anybody else see this video? It has a couple million views.
No.
It's like some guy
No.
feeding like 25 raccoons on his front porch. Like he opens the door and you can just see them. They're everywhere. Like they're expecting him to go out there. He goes out there and sits down with them and starts feeding them. And he is literally just covered in raccoons. It's
Wild ones?
yeah.
Ew, they got like fleas in that and rabies
Yeah, well, this-
sometimes.
This dude apparently was happy to see them. They were happy to see him.
I
They had a
was
fucking
happy to
good-
see him.
They had a party out on his fucking patio.
I guess they're friends. Maybe that's what you need to do, Gus. Maybe you need to befriend them instead of trying to fight them
That might
off.
be the way.
No.
Use your animal handling skills.
Yeah, you're
This is
you're
the-
Snow
this is
White,
the way.
remember?
The reverse Snow White.
Does anyone here have a PS5?
No. This would be like the first PlayStation since the PS1 that I'm not going to have around launch time.
Yeah, we just haven't
can't
been
get
able
one.
to. Yeah, we haven't been able to find
Those
one.
little, I'm never paying attention when those tiny windows open up. When
Yeah.
they have some. and then the
Trevor's
world
been
buys
like
them.
setting alerts on his phone for when those things go off.
I did too. I had so many alerts and I kept trying. Oh, and I just couldn't get it to happen.
Although,
I
but
hate
they
it.
always do like mid-generation overhauls, don't they? Maybe I'll just wait.
When would that
But I
come
want
out?
one now.
Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of stuff to play on new Xbox now. Although I really can't, I'll be honest, I can't get into Watch Dogs Legion.
I thought it was pretty good. I'm still playing it, but it's
doesn't,
fun.
It doesn't run well. It's like 30 FPS.
What are you on about? It runs great on mine.
It's like they've gone all in on ray tracing, but compared to all the other games that are, optimized for Series X, it runs at like, I swear it's like 30 FPS. It doesn't look like anywhere near 60 on mine.
Really?
And the fact that you're saying yours is 60 is, I don't know what you're doing.
I
Maybe you're interpolating.
No, you're
agree.
interpolating.
But it's like, I would rather have, at this point, I'd rather have 60 frames than ray tracing. Is ray
It
tracing
runs-
really that much
yeah.
better than...
What I'm reading here is that it runs at 30.
Aha.
So there you
Lied
go.
to me.
It runs at 4K 30.
Jessica,
I'm
how
looking it
much
up.
do
I'm
you
telling you the truth.
interpolate?
First off, I just really enjoy that word in
I know, me
general.
too.
I like when you guys say it, so that's all I really know about that. I mean,
I'm in the same boat. It's a fun word to
Yeah,
say.
I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Well,
Interpolate, terp.
Jessica, what are your thoughts on ray tracing?
I don't know what that means, Gavin.
It's okay. I mean, I didn't either until like a year ago.
I'm like a third level ray tracer. Then
Whoa. I sent Gavin a YouTube video a few days ago that I sent it to him like on Saturday, I think. But it's crazy. I guess it's like an architect who watched the movie Parasite made a miniature model of the house from that movie. Like the video just starts out with him making a sketch of it, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then he actually constructs the house. Like when I say he makes a model of it, like he pours a foundation for it. Like
Does he make the basement?
he does not make the basement. He only makes the first and the second floor
He's
of the
like
house.
cementing the stairs and stuff.
Right, it's crazy to watch. And he's like laying
That's
down
cool,
little bits
though.
of tile, and he's grouting the tile and wiping it all off. Like I have no idea how you would do that. Like I don't even know what I would buy to try to do that. Like I feel like I want to try to recreate that video just to show what a shitty job I would end up with. Like how shitty that would look.
Why don't you just try and replicate it exactly?
I should. It's like a 25-minute long video that I felt like it flew by. It was
Yeah,
so fascinating to watch.
It was like plucking at my ASMR strings a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. Whoever makes it doesn't talk at all either. It's just like footage of his hands working. Like he'll do, like he needed to make support columns. So you see him like make one, and then like bop, 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 like the next couple just all like magically appear. Then it's like him installing them.
There's a TikToker I love. I'm gonna have to look him up, but he's a chef, but he does all of his cooking outside with like natural tools and stuff. Like he has knives and whatnot. But it's no talking. It's just essentially the sounds of him like cutting the food, cooking the food, putting it together, and everything like that. I want to say it's like Man with Knife is the name of it. But Gavin, I think your
Actually sounds
ASMR
really great.
would get triggered in a great way from it. It's amazing.
Gavin, do you
go.
like ASMR or you don't like ASMR?
I did, but I've sort of used it all up. It doesn't work for me great anymore. It's like a
You finished it,
Man with
drug
Pot.
with diminishing returns.
Man with Pot.
Man with Pot on TikTok. I'm sure you could find his videos on YouTube if you don't have TikTok or anything like that.
What
But
about you, Jessica?
I don't know. I sometimes I listen to it, and then other times it's just like I feel like it just like cuts me to my core, where I'm like, and I can't listen to that anymore. So it really depends. This
Oh, so you
I
get
wanna
weirded
look
out
up-
by it?
sometimes I
love
do, and then other times it works. What's this TikTok's username?
Man with
This
Pot.
guy? Man with pot.
It's just so soothing. And also like it's recipes too for things you could cook, obviously.
Do you need a pot for all of them?
I don't think for all of them, but he's cooking them outside, so
okay.
like on an actual fire pit and everything like that. It's the worst part though is he makes these delicious looking meals, but you never see him eat them. And that to me is like I gotta see the satisfaction of someone enjoying the fruits of their labor.
So is it that you want to? Maybe he doesn't eat it because the fact that he would be eating it ASMR style. Like I hate that people chewing
Yeah.
in general.
I don't I don't
Like,
mind it.
it's
It's not
disgusting.
it's not my go-to ASMR. Like I don't really love food sounds or chewing sounds, but like if it's a cooking video, you want to see someone eat the food. Personally, that's what I feel like.
I want to eat the food.
Yeah.
So wait, Jessica,
Yeah.
you hate hearing people chew or people chew with their mouth open, or you just hate people chewing in general?
Well, chewing is a part of life in
What?
order for people to eat their food and digest it. So eating and them chewing isn't the issue. It's more listening to them. Some people don't know how to chew with their mouths closed. This has actually been an issue between me and my partner, Devin. I was raised with my mom, like she would poke me with the fork at the dinner table if I was not chewing with my mouth closed. And so I don't know if Devin was quite raised that way. So when I first met him, there's just like,
That's interesting because it's impractical. Stuff flies out. It's like a bad way of chewing.
also, you don't taste as much when your mouth is open. Has anyone ever noticed that? Like when your mouth is just flailing about, you just don't taste all of the food as much.
I guess we all
I don't
need to
know if I
go grab
agree with
some
that.
food and test it out loudly and very clearly on camera.
No,
for you.
but it really, that is something that really does cut to my core. And my sister, she has TMJ. And so whenever like I'm around her and she's chewing, her jaw pops. So first off, she's chewing with her mouth open, which I don't know where she got that nasty habit. We were raised by the same mother, but her jaw also pops. And so I just sit there and I just like internalize everything that I'm feeling when she's chewing with her mouth like that. I hate it so much.
I'm just picturing you at the dinner table with anyone, just livid, just like looking around and being like,
Jessica's just eating her food across the table, dead-eyeing you like,
Yeah. It's just, I know I'm not the only one that feels this way.
I've
know
also got
that.
TMJ, so I do feel a little bit of sympathy for your sister as far as the
Okay.
popping sound.
what is that
Yeah.
again? Something
It's like-
jaw or something?
Yeah, it's like your jaw, the like the disc of cartilage back here where your jaw meets doesn't work right. So sometimes your jaw pops. With me, it's like just about every time I open my mouth.
I clench really
Okay.
hard, so I
That's
have
so
to.
weird. I've never heard that.
I have to massage this part of my jaw because I clench really bad, especially in my sleep. So this part of my jaw gets like really sore. Like if you massage, I think it's like right where you feel that little divot in your jaw right here. It's like right around there. If you start rubbing it and it feels sore, it probably means you clench at some point or just like
Do you
regularly.
need like a mouth guard at night or something?
Yeah, I used to have one and I lost it and I was too lazy to contact the dentist to get a new one. So now I just massage my face.
I think you can buy like some over-the-counter ones at like drugstores, right? Like you just like heat them
Yeah.
up and you kind of mold them to your mouth.
Really?
I've never been good at that. I can't store stuff in my mouth very well.
What?
Just
Wait,
makes me
Do you
Food?
normally do that?
Good thing
Yeah.
you're
Are
straight,
you a
Gavin.
chipmunk?
just
Nice.
just I wouldn't
Right.
call a blowjob storage of a penis.
You just, oh,
But it's like when if you need molds done and they put in the goo and it all just like goes and then it's like up in the roof of your mouth. I'm like,
yeah, when it starts to go like back into your throat a little bit too, and you're trying to stay calm so you don't like have a panic attack. Yeah, I feel that.
Yes. That happens to me every time. Oh God. Because one time I was getting fitted for my Invisalign and he was doing something using some weird new machine tool. They're like, "Can we use this new machine for you?" I'm like, "I guess so." So they don't know how to use it. And they're sticking it in my mouth. And she had the sucker in there, that sucks all your spit, but
Yeah.
it wasn't working. And so I'm just like, okay, there's some saliva collecting in the back there. And then finally there was so much, I just got super paranoid and I just like shot up real quick. And he was like, no, don't do that. Next time if you feel like you're going to shoot up, like raise your hand because this thing could cut you.
Oh fuck.
I was like, that's good to know. Thank you. Like, you should let me know that in advance.
Well,
Also,
didn't
I
you
guess I
know
should have
that-
told you I have anxiety.
didn't you know that in advance anyway? That you probably shouldn't jerk
No.
your entire body.
No,
during...
that was like for me a survival reaction or something. I was in fight or flight.
Yeah,
so
you're
I just, like,
choking.
got up and I was like, oh fuck. I probably wasn't choking. It was more like you said, the anxiety of just like, okay, where's that little sucker thing doing? Was it gonna do its job? No. What's
I've
going
been-
on in my mouth right now in general?
I've been getting guilt tripped by my dentist because, like probably many people, I don't know if I feel that comfortable going to a dentist during a global pandemic where the virus is airborne and like people are all up in my mouth and I'm not wearing a mask and stuff like that. And I'm sure like they take proper precautions. I think you like are supposed to gargle something when you get there. I don't know how that helps, but I obviously like don't feel comfortable going to a dentist. And I'm like, I could wait. If I don't go to a dentist this year, it's not the end of the world. But I get a text from my dentist probably once a week at this point, being like, it's been X amount of weeks since your last visit. You should call us and schedule ASAP. And I'm like, it's not like we broke up and you're trying to get a hold of me. Like, I just don't want to go to you. So I think I'm going to switch dentists when I get back because I am annoyed with this one.
Yeah, it's definitely like a measured risk, right? Like it's not worth the potential downside to try to
right.
take
I don't
care of
need
that
my
right now.
I don't need my yearly teeth cleaning or whatever by
You can wait a little bit on that.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how to like break up with them in a nice way.
Just ghost them. Be like, new phone, who dis?
Block them.
Block them. We have. I didn't mention this at the top of the show. We have a special segment we're going to air at the end of tonight's podcast. So if you're watching live, stick around. We have an interview we did with Raina Scully that we're going to play at the end of the podcast. So when you think the podcast is over, it's not over. There's a little extra. So just letting people know that right now.
Well, I mean, not so much an interview. It was just it was like doing the RT podcast with Raina.
Yeah, she's in Japan though, so like the time difference is really extreme. So we couldn't have her on the regular podcast because then she'd be up super early.
That was so weird for us to film because we filmed it at like 8 or 9 o'clock our time, and like to finish the workday, and then like a few hours later to log back on and do a podcast thing. I was like, this feels like really unnatural.
It's like the old days when we used to do the podcast at 7 p.m.
Oh, wasn't it 7:30?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe it was 7:30. Ugh, awful.
Oof.
Yeah, those were
so late.
2 hours of
that
just
anymore.
nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to go
Yeah,
to
you
like
just be
dinner, right?
Yeah, I mean between 5
sometimes.
and 7. Yeah,
It wasn't enough time to get anything done. Like there wasn't enough time to go home and do work and come back. I was just like,
Yeah.
just waiting for time to pass.
Let's be honest, Gavin. We didn't have a life back then. Come on, we had nothing to do in between the podcast.
I want to also mention that that Ruby Volume 8 is back. Of course, I'm sure everyone who's watching this podcast knows that. But yours truly is finally a character in Ruby. It only took 8 volumes. I'm finally finally in the series.
Do you know that you haven't been cut though?
The episode came out. That's why I
Okay.
didn't say anything.
Wait, are you in episode 2?
Yeah, episode 2.
Wait, who do you play? I mean, you might not be able
Fiona's
to.
uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Oh,
Yeah, that's me.
that's
I
awesome.
got. Yeah, so I'm very happy. Everyone should go watch it. Your new favorite character.
I want
is,
someone
is
to
here.
make fan art of your face on that character's body. If you
Were
know,
you
you know.
really upset? Were you really upset whenever you were cut from Bloodfest, or was that like?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay. I didn't think you would be.
Why would I care? It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. But no, I did not get cut from this. I'm definitely in this.
Jessica, you didn't get cut from Bloodfest.
I didn't, because I think I was in that very important scene with Tate Donovan, so that's why I didn't get cut.
Dude,
which,
he was
by
in
the way,
Friends.
dude, he sure was, and he was the voice of Hercules.
He's Hercules,
but
he's
I
also
don't
in the
know if I've
OC.
Yes, he's in a
But
lot
mainly
of stuff.
Friends.
But and he
Joshua.
dated Jennifer Aniston. So
In real
that's
life?
in real life, he sure did. Back in the day.
Right.
Oh.
I didn't know
Back
that.
then. But actually, crazy story. I had a huge panic attack the night before we shot that scene, and I had residual heart flutters all day
Oh, no.
leading up to that scene. But basically, that role was actually supposed to go to a news anchor. I actually forgot her name, but Hurricane Harvey? Some hurricane was coming to the coast of Texas, and she needed to cover that. I'm pretty sure it was Harvey. And so she had to bail last minute. And they asked me could you just jump in and do the news anchor? I was like, sure. But at the same time, I was like, I'm going to take this day easy because I just came off of a panic attack and everything's awful. So the entire time that we were shooting that scene, my heart was racing. I swear it was
Aw.
like over 100 beats per minute. I was like, how am I functioning right now? But I will smile and the camera is on.
Dude, I had no
You did
idea.
a very
Hey
good
there.
job.
Oh, thanks, but it was brutal.
I don't
It's
know.
crazy.
I feel like best performance in that movie goes to Gavin. Just getting
I got cut.
split
In
right in half.
Nice. I was waiting for it.
Didn't I make that joke last time?
You probably did.
Spoiler.
That was such an iconic scene in that movie, Gavin. Iconic.
It was. There's been a couple people who like randomly tweet me. They're just like, I just stumbled upon this movie Bloodfest and I had so much fun watching it. And I'm just like, wow. I sometimes forget that movie happened. But it was, yeah.
And now,
So such a fun time.
and now no one can take that away from you. It's on your IMDb forever. You got credit for it. I think was it over the weekend? Greg Miller posted a picture of his residuals check from Laser Team 2. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, it was like 62 cents or something.
I think it was 62 cents.
Nice.
Wow.
So if you guys want to become an actor, it's where the money is.
I don't think I get residuals from Laser Team 2. Here, fucking follow up on that. Greg Miller over here making his 62 cents, shoving it in my face.
Listen, man,
We-
we can't all be Greg Miller.
Were you in the second one, Gus?
Yeah, I had a much bigger role in the second one.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I was disheveled science. I got a featuring credit in the second one.
Oh,
Check you out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. What, this year being completely, crazy and different, what is the biggest thing that you guys learned this year? I don't know if you've been asked that yet. I haven't been asked that yet.
biggest thing I've learned. I mean,
I know something. I have actually learned something, that certain grocery products, their labels will dissolve if you spray them with rubbing alcohol. I never knew that before.
Okay.
I know that now, and I can identify this wrapper's going to dissolve if I spray alcohol on it. This one's not.
look at that.
Wow. That is profound. If I've ever heard anything.
I have two answers. One is more, I guess, like I've learned a lot technology-wise. Like I didn't know how to use any of these programs or equipment before COVID, and then like us having to record from home, we were kind of forced into like learning all this technology. So it's made me be like, oh, maybe if I ever wanted to do streaming, I now know how to, and I have the equipment to do it. So that's been pretty cool. But I think like in terms of a more what's the word I'm looking for?
Grander.
Sappy
Sure.
version. I've like definitely learned that I took a lot of things for granted beforehand. Especially like traveling. Like something is like as common as we did like with traveling and going places and just doing conventions and whatnot. I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed it, but it was like, oh, got another convention this weekend. Like I wish I could just stay home and spend time with Trevor and blah blah blah. And now I'm just like, man, it was so much fun getting to go to all these places and experience different cultures and cities and all that stuff, and I just miss that a lot. So
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I feel like big thing I've learned is that nothing is a constant, even if it's been constant your entire life and you're used to it. Like anything can change at any point. And a lot of us just aren't ready for it. But yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Don't get used to anything.
what about you, Jess?
Don't ever make that wish that I wish I could stay home for an entire year and play video games.
Yeah.
You're literally quoting me on off topic what I said. 2020, no one should go anywhere. We should all just sit at home and play video games.
Who knows what it would have saved us from? Like, what if, like, in an
careful what you wish
alternate reality, like one of us would have gotten into a terrible car accident during, like, our average
You're right.
day?
Yeah.
Or aged
knows?
really quickly near a black hole.
What about you, Jessica? What have you learned?
No, it's actually you're aging slower near the black hole, Gavin.
Yeah, but for the perspective of everyone that you're working towards on Earth, all of humanity, you've aged very...
Okay.
They've all aged...
Okay.
Oh, you were right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are old.
That is
No,
something
you're
Gavin
right.
has learned now in quarantine.
He's
You-
learned. Yeah.
You think that I haven't
Okay.
seen the movie like 16 times?
I just
Yeah.
meant that there were like 380 days on the planet instead of how many
Yeah.
we have. And you guys went to black holes, but I mean, I guess we're all right. Whatever works.
I like that better. I like
Listen,
being all
if we're going to make the full circle on the Joe Rogan podcast, listen, we just got to do a bunch of DMT and work out a lot. And years are mental constructs that don't really exist. It's an arbitrary system that we've created and are trapped, imprisoned within our own mind.
Hell
There
yeah,
you go.
God is dead, Earth is flat, we're in a simulation.
Ooh.
Nothing's real. Nothing matters.
All I know is that I'm not going to suggest anything for next year. I'm just going to keep my goddamn mouth shut. And we should
You
be
could
fine.
suggest like peace or something. That
Well, it
might
doesn't work
that
that
might.
way if you try and do a nice thing.
well,
I
No.
just hope if 2021 is as good as 2020 was bad, then we're in for
We're going to have a great
the
year.
most amazing year.
It's got
Yeah.
a very low bar, so that's
A
good.
very low bar. Yeah.
It's the bar's fallen down. It's on the floor. It's dirty.
All right.
Definitely
Well,
work.
Dirty.
I think we need to wrap up the live portion of this podcast. I think it's a good note to end on. But like we said, if you're watching live, stay tuned. We have quite a bit more to cover. We're going to have our segment with Raina here on in just a bit. So if you're watching live, stay tuned. If you're watching on demand, then you see that there's still like this much left on your watch bar. So you're not going to close the window. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys here in just a bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We got a little bonus segment of the Rooster Teeth podcast here. We decided to have a little bonus segment so we could talk with our good friend Raina Scully. Hello, Raina.
Raina!
And, of course,
Thank you so much for having me.
thank you for joining us. And
Thank
of course, on our end, we've got Cole and Barbara as well, holding down the fort. So
Hello.
we're pre-taping this. It's not live, so sorry, we can't look at chat right now. We're pre-taping this because Raina is, of course, in Japan right now, and there's a big time difference between us. And I think if you were going to join us at the regular time we were doing the podcast, it would be like 7 or 8 a.m. for you.
Oh yeah, if you guys record at like 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean,
Would've been
I
3
kind of
hours.
woke it up.
3 hours ago. Yeah.
yeah, no.
So what time is it? Oh my god, why am I being dumb? It's 10 a.m. there, right?
It's
Give or
11
take.
a.m. But it's
11.
not your fault because of daylight savings time. So I'm like super confused now. So
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's crazy. I've been getting really into VTubers lately.
I thought you were
which
going
is
to say
like-
daylight savings time.
I'm
got
really,
into
really into daylight
savings.
savings. I fucking love it, man. It's the best. End quote. No, like we get really into VTubers lately, and I have to like memorize and work out timelines because they're all over the place.
What's
right,
a VTuber,
right.
Cole?
A VTuber is a YouTuber who is using animation, like they have a face cam and face capture, and they're essentially an anime YouTuber.
Yeah, they're like 3D people. So there's like a real person behind it, but you only see their like 3D render of them. So it's basically like Hatsune Miku, but like with a normal person's voice.
So
Oh,
what
wow.
what you're saying is I can be young and relevant on the internet forever. That's what I'm gathering.
100%.
That's
yes.
exactly the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of the
there's hope
groups
for
has
all of
a-
us.
One of the groups has a boomer pirate. It's the best.
Boomer pirate? What do you,
Yeah, she's a boomer, but she's also a pirate anime girl, so everyone
Oh my
wins.
god, I love it. Wait, so you're watching all the Japanese VTubers? So like HoloLive type
Yep,
of stuff?
Hololive,
Got
and been tapping a little bit to Niji Sanji, but mostly Hololive.
Oh my god, you know so much.
It's bad, y'all. It's,
Cole is so
I
impressive.
have like alarms. It's like, okay, I have to go to bed at like 6, or no, not 6. I have to go to bed at like 10 tonight so I can be up at for the 6 a.m. That's actually 5 their time. It's a
Oh my god.
It's a struggle.
That's commitment. It's
Yeah.
commitment.
I'm learning
Yeah.
a lot about Cole here. I had no
I
idea all of this was
I
going
knew
on.
I knew Cole was like, you love all things Japan.
100%. Yeah.
I feel like if I ever went to Japan, I would want to go with Reina and Cole because
Oh.
they know obviously Reina being
Yep,
in
Reina.
Japan. And
Cole
Cole
and I
knowing
will show
probably
you a good time.
as
Yes,
much about
yes.
Japan as some person can who doesn't
I
live
know.
there.
Yeah, I know. And if I'm like, okay, because I mean, the first time I went, I talked to Reina like a week or two before I went, I think. Oh, I actually talked to you like months in advance because you helped me plan.
Yeah. I remember. So like the first time you ever went, I think you went like with your dad or something, and you were like fascinated by it. So you're like, okay, the next time I go, I'm going to plan it out. And that's when we started talking about it. I remember we like planned it for months.
Yeah, it was like, okay, because that's also when you were getting ready to move over there.
Yes, I was still in LA and I was like kind of traveling all over the place at the time. So it was like perfect because I'm like,
that
I need
feels
to
like that was
prepare
just
too.
yesterday that you
Does
moved.
it really?
Yeah.
Does it really?
How long has it been? How long have you been living again back in Japan?
It's been exactly 2 years, 3 days ago.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
It's
No,
bananas.
I thought for sure you were going to say a year at most. Like it really just seems like you just moved. And I don't know why it feels
It feels fast and slow at the same time. Like it feels both like 100 years ago and just yesterday at the
I
same
guess
time.
everything that was 2 years ago feels like a year ago because of COVID and how like it's
That's
just wiped
true.
a year away.
It either feels like it was 1 year ago or 20 years ago. There's no like
That's what it
in between
is.
on them.
That's what it is. We lost time.
Yeah, I was telling I think it was on the regular podcast on Monday. I was telling someone like, "Hey, remember the Witcher series on Netflix? That was this year that came out."
Oh, I loved that where people were marking what the different points in quarantine were. It was like, oh yeah, we're still watching The Witcher. Oh nope, Tiger King's out now.
Yeah.
We're entering the election part of the quarantine.
Tiger King! That was
Tiger King, I
tiny
forgot.
beginning of the Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's what everyone was like. Oh, I'll spend a couple weeks watching Tiger King, then go back to work. You beautiful summer children, you.
No.
So dumb.
Yeah. What's quarantine been like in Japan for you, Raina? You're. I'm just curious to hear what it's like compared to what we've been going through over here.
Do we want to hear this? Is it going to upset
I know. I
us?
was gonna say. I don't want to upset you guys, but Japan has been faring very, very well. But I was just talking to Cole and Barbara before about how it's super sus because we have very, very few cases. Like even nationally, I think we just crossed over the 100,000 line, like maybe a month ago or so. And I know it's
We
insane.
did it in a day.
Texas crossed the 1 million today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know it's awful. I mean, like I'm talking to friends from like LA, SF, New Jersey, and they're like, why don't you just like stop talking to me? So, but yeah, Japan's been doing really well. Like there have been
great.
absolutely zero cases in my town, and like
Wow.
my town's like really tiny, and also it's filled with like 1,000 old people. So it's a good
Wow.
thing that
Yeah,
it
it's a
didn't
really
come
good
here.
thing it didn't get there.
Yeah.
There's like 5 100-plus-year-olds in
Wow.
just my district. Yeah.
Wow.
So the
I
secret
know,
to a
I'm
long
like
life is to move exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Come here and you'll live forever. I'm the youngest person here and it makes me feel so good. It's like incredible.
It's like living at a retirement home, like
Yeah.
permanently.
You know what? It kind of is because whenever we have like responsibilities during garbage week and I sometimes help out my elderly neighbors and I'm like, I live in a retirement community. Like that's just what it is.
So
I'm sure-
sweet though.
I'm sure your husband's like the most popular guy there, like this young strapping man helping.
Oh my God, Cole,
helping
it's
everyone.
like you know. It's like you can see our lives. So the one cute thing, so my husband has like a regular job. He's like a salaryman here and he goes to work every single day. And he used to ride. A salaryman is basically a businessman, but it means
Okay.
you work. Yeah, it means you work like a 9 to 5. Well, it's more like 9 to 7. But
It sounds like
it
an
means you
insult
work-
that people in America would like give to someone who has a full-time job when they don't. They're like, "Ugh, look at that
Are you a
salary man over there."
That suit.
I love it.
That's
though.
exactly, yes, that's kind of what it is. Except, I guess it's like not so much insulting as it is just like a verbiage. But he'd like ride a bike to get to work every day. And there's like 100 old people, right? So he'll just come by and he'll be like, "Ohayo gozaimasu," which is like, "Good morning." And it reminded me so much of like that opening scene in Beauty and the Beast where Belle is like, "Bonjour, bonjour." And everybody's like, "Good morning, hello." And yeah, that's like pretty much what happened on a daily basis. But now they're bored of him.
There goes the
no.
salary man with his
Yeah,
job,
he's just a
like
salary man.
always.
At
You know,
first
he,
they're
like,
oh, this is
integrated too
exciting and
hard.
new.
Now they're like, "Oh, you're one of us now." So,
Yeah.
ugh. But yeah, I'm sorry. Going back to the quarantine situation. So Japan's faring well. However, it's very suspicious because it's virtually impossible to get tested here. And like, I have a friend who actually was visiting from LA, but she's a Japanese national. She's like an American green card holder, which is what I am. So I was like super curious about how she traveled and what her situation was. So I was like talking to her incessantly, and she got super sick, like 102 plus fever for like a couple days in a row. And she couldn't get tested because she didn't fall under one of the categories that you need in order to be tested. And you have to have like logical, viable reasoning that you were near somebody that 1,000% tested positive, which is impossible to know. Like, it's not possible.
Especially
at
if
all
no
to
one's
know.
really getting tested anyways. So
Right.
it's like, how does that person know that they were positive?
Right. So that is extremely suspicious. And even if you go to like a major hospital, they do this on purpose where they start pinging you they like make you go to different hospitals, and then eventually you're sick, right? So you're tired and you don't go anymore. Exactly. It's almost like they're banking on that without quite telling you that that's their
If you were
process.
truly sick, you would solve my riddles 3.
I feel like that's almost how it was here back in March and April when testing was limited. You know, they would only test people who had come in, who could identify, 100% that they had come in contact with someone.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I forget who I was telling. Maybe I was telling Barbara the other day that I was driving up a road here in Austin, and that's what I do since I can't go anywhere. I just drive around a lot. And I was driving down the road, and there was someone who just had like a folding table set up on the side of the road with what looked like a homemade sign that said, "Pain-free COVID testing results in 15 minutes." And I was like,
what?
How are we at the point now where there's just like, it looks like a family has just put up a folding table?
I don't know if it's real though.
I don't go to the hospital. I go to my ma and pa COVID testing facility.
Pain-free, immediate results down at the
don't even
local gas
understand.
station.
It's funny you say at the local gas station. It was an abandoned gas station they had set up their table at.
That's significantly worse somehow.
Oh, wow.
Things probably looking pretty good in Japan without those tests.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But I think, I know Barbara and I have both had tests. We've both had to go in to the office. I don't know about
I think
Cole
Cole
as
too,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, anytime. It's rare. I've only had to go in, I think, to the studio to film something once since March. And for that one thing I had to go in for, I had to get COVID testing the day before. And even when we are in the studio, everyone has to wear masks and maintain distance. It's like only once once we're set up, once the camera's rolling, it's like, okay, take your mask off, do the scene. All right, cut, put the mask back on.
Yeah, and they'll still distance and everything. They'll basically act as if, you don't know if you have COVID or not and still maintain distance. Everyone wears masks if they're not like in front of the camera in that moment. But yeah, I think I've had now, because I've done like a couple shoots and also like some photo shoots that we've done for merch. I think I've done like 7 COVID tests.
Wow.
Maybe 6.
All up the nose, like that nasal swab where they like touch your brain.
Yeah.
They're actually, and I don't know if it's like dependent on the way your nasal passage is shaped or the administrator or whatever it is, but like they're totally fine for me. Like I don't really feel anything until I'm like, oh, okay.
Mine was the one, because I had my first one for RTX whenever we did the backwards compatible panel in studio. And I was fine until I forgot how long 5 seconds was. Because he went 1, 2, 3, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And I like pulled back and I just like touched and I was like, immediately just started crying. Just
yeah, you just wait there, close your eyes, and just let it happen to you.
Yeah. I sat on my hands.
I think I did that as well. It's like, nope, no accidents happening, but still, it did.
Accidents.
So Raina, you got out of that.
I did. And I was gonna say, like, I was really keeping my distance and trying to be safe because, my grandparents are elderly, and I would only go like buy groceries for them. And then we were super, super strict about it. I'd say up until about 2 months ago. Up until September, we were like crazy strict, but Japan itself wasn't really strict. I think mainly because like I talked to a lot of my American friends, and I almost like don't feel right living normally. So, but also like, it's kind of like, again, I'm suspicious of Japan. So I was like, there's probably something lurking and we just don't know. Maybe we were lucky and got like a lighter strain of it or something. But regardless, it's better to be safe than sorry. But now everything is like relatively back to normal. I'd say Japan has always worn masks, and we're also like pretty hygienic. Like everybody
Right.
washes their hands a lot. Like nobody wears shoes indoors.
Have a country that respects medical and scientific experts.
They do. Like there are definitely some like there are definitely some like outliers out there that are crazy, and it sucks that they're all like young people. And I say this as an old person, but I'm like, I just don't understand how these like 20-year-olds or teenagers are like, thinking they could defy science or medicine. But I'd say for the most part, especially my town, is really obedient, for lack of a better term, mainly because like everyone's so old. Like if it comes here, it's over. So.
Well,
I've got to say, I am a little jealous. People should check out your YouTube channel. I don't know if you have anything else to plug, but I know you've been uploading some videos to your YouTube channel, and you just put one up the other day where you went to Disney Sea.
Yeah. We were super, super careful. I was so afraid of putting that video up, like I was wondering what people were going to say, like, oh, like, how dare you go out? Like, I hope you get it. Because like, I was just expecting people to be really mad at the fact that like I could do that. But it was so procedural and careful that it like started becoming more interesting and informative rather than like, yay, I'm having such a good time. So I feel like it kind of ended up being like a really good day in terms of A, shooting a vlog, but also B, like being able to send that information out there to the world. But
yeah. And, like, you guys are taking it. I mean, you guys are handling it better than a lot of countries. So it's like, it's only fair that if the country and the people are respecting things and taking it seriously and going through all the processes correctly, that you're handling it in a responsible way. So you should be able to enjoy things that you could do responsibly in your country.
We deserve that reward.
Yes. If that makes sense.
It does. And I like so appreciate that because like I was trying to justify it by saying that in my head. I was like, but we're doing fine. Like if it was really insane and deadly here, like we wouldn't do such a thing. And also Disney was like the first place to shut down like immediately. So I don't know. So I was like, they must be doing something right.
Well, I also love that you did make a vlog out of it. Because like I am so excited about how strangely reality TV and vlogs are going to be like a very intimate snapshot of the COVID era.
That's true.
It is. Yeah, documented, like clearly documented and like time segmented too. So
and it's like during no other time are you going to be able to see that few crowds at Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Yes, that was also the other factor that kind of motivated me to want to make the video. I also like went to Tokyo a couple weeks prior to that to do a couple like work things that had to be done in person. It didn't have to be done in person, but Japan's very like archaic. So I did that, and then I shot a video for it as well because I also got my hair done, and people were really interested in seeing how empty Tokyo was. And I was like personally astonished. I've never seen Tokyo like that. Like even when I was in middle school, Tokyo wasn't that empty. So it just like blew my mind. I never thought I'd ever see that like visual ever. And then like, Disney was happening and I was like, Disney's probably going to be empty. Like it's never going to look like that again, kind of like the Tokyo thing. So I felt like I almost needed to document it, but
time
it turned out okay. Everybody's safe. There's no cases there.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, you talk about, I think Cole mentioned like how, we'll be able to, we have such great documentation of the era. It's because like, I guess, smartphones and cameras in general are so readily accessible that everybody just starts, documenting everything that's around them. So we have such complete coverage of everything. And I've kind of fallen down a rabbit hole since, we're quarantined and we can't travel anywhere. I've fallen down a rabbit hole of watching videos of people walking, like silently walking around streets of cities that I like around the world. And it's like, I'll watch people, just carrying a camera, walking through, the streets of Sydney or Tokyo or wherever, anywhere in the world. And just being like, oh, I've been there. Like, it's just kind of like soothing, like almost like, it's almost like an ASMR for me, like being able to experience a familiar, happy place.
I love that feeling. Like that was, I mean, to me, that was like the biggest mood I had the first time going to Japan was going to Akihabara and not even like going to the strip, but walking out of the train station and being, I have stood in this spot in so many movies, anime, games, and I was like, wow, I recognize that. And like it's now
Crazy.
flipped vice versa. When I see somebody else go there, I like also hey, I stood there. Like I was standing there. I've seen that.
You're like that gif of Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where you're like pointing at the screen.
I got the drink. Yeah, it's just like being able to go, oh, they're seeing things from the same angle I saw it from. Like,
Totally.
dude, round the corner, there's the Gundam Cafe, and then sure enough, they round the corner and there's the Gundam Cafe. You're like, see, I told you.
It's just going to be such an interesting time capsule to go back and like experience and look at. Like I was thinking about this the other day. I think we talked about it on the podcast a few weeks ago, but myself and a few other people have during quarantine, when it was safe, of course, and like we, worked with the theater when it was safe to do so. But we rented out a theater at the Alamo. And like, I think it was only like 6 of us in a theater meant for like 200 people. So everyone is very distanced. You order your food beforehand, it gets delivered to you. There's like no interaction or anything. Everyone's wearing masks if they're not eating, et cetera, et cetera. But we got like a little printout at the theater that had like all these rules and regulations and like COVID safety measures and everything like that. And I'm like, I'm going to keep this printout because like, I'm going to look back on this in like years from now and be like, man, remember 2020?
Tell your grandkids someday, just be like, hey, this happened. Like,
like,
you know what? You won't believe me.
And then like things like your vlog and stuff like that, like getting to see a glimpse into what reality was like during this year and how different it was, is just going to be so fascinating to go back to.
It really is like scrapbook material, like getting, especially, like paper or like anything with information on it about the protocols and procedures and stuff. Like, I remember taking pictures of all the signs at Disney because I'm like, that's not going to be up forever. Like, it's eventually going to go back to normal, eventually. So I took pictures of all like the really strange signs that are like, the social distancing signs or like the mandatory mask signs and stuff like that. And the creepiest thing was, how you could take pictures with like characters and there's usually a line for it. You can only take socially distanced photos with them. So it's like really, really sad. They're like back here and you're like up here and they're like pretending to like high five you, but there's obviously this like perception issue. So you're like,
oh my gosh.
I didn't even think about that. That's so funny. What about, was that for the, like, even the, masked characters like Mickey and Minnie and stuff like that?
Yes, fully.
Even though they have like a thing?
Yeah, I know. I was doing the same thing.
Well, because if you go and hug them and then another person goes and hugs them and then another person goes and like, that's not, they're probably safe inside there. But 3 people who touch that very absorbent surface.
Porous.
Porous,
Yeah, that would that's not good. That seems like an ideal transmission.
It's not like Mickey can hand sanitizer up in that thing. So
just cover it in like the plastic that your grandmother would cover her couch in.
Oh no!
You go like, and then you can remove it like layers.
Yeah, or like
and then
spray
you
it
can
down.
keep it for yourself.
Get like one of the toilet seat covers and put it over your neck.
I have that reminds me. I have a friend who has been fortunate enough to visit their friend a lot, or visit their parents a lot during this. But every time they leave, they do a hug, but they like put towels over themselves to do the hug. It's
really
the most wholesome, beautiful thing. I'm just like, oh, that's.
But I feel like if you're already in that close quarter with them, I don't know, maybe there is. Like
I think it's just it's a precaution.
Yeah,
but
it's better to be
cute,
extra
though.
safe.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are cute, I had a discussion on the podcast about this the other day. I've absolutely fallen in love with K cars.
Oh
And-
yeah, I heard.
I've been
News
looking.
travels fast, Gus.
I've been looking at them online, and like every day, I'm like showing my wife, like, look, isn't this car cute? Shouldn't we buy it? And she's like, don't buy that stupid car.
Oh my god. Okay, can I ask why you're interested in them?
I've seen a few of them driving around Austin, and I just think that
Really?
there's not many, but like especially around the studio, there's like a couple of trucks and vans that drive around there.
Mini
And that's when I
ones,
first
okay.
started noticing them. And like I just think that they're really cute, and I think it would look ridiculous because I'm really tall. I mean, you've seen me before, but I think it'd be really ridiculous if I folded myself up into one of those and was driving it around.
Like a clown car.
like
Like a clown
your
car.
knees are sticking up. You're like, oh.
The amount of money I would pay.
I've read,
Say that.
yeah, but unfortunately, I've read online a lot of people complain that they're actually really shittily put together and they're kind of a pain in the
Yeah.
ass, and they're like they only exist to like fulfill a certain like tax loophole for auto manufacturers, and
Yeah.
in Japan, which is why they're not really widely exported to the rest of the world. So it's like
Right.
there's a lot of reasons I shouldn't get one, but they're pretty cute still.
But
But
They
they
are cute.
outweigh what you should.
it's like a pug.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons you shouldn't get a pug, but
I'm gonna get one though.
yeah, I'm gonna get one.
So K cars are really useful, especially if you live in the country like I do, because our streets there's like no, I don't know, like regulation. There's a street that's like this wide and it's a two-way freaking street. It makes no sense at all. You have to wait for each other. Like you have to see each other from afar, wait for each other, and then like maneuver. And sometimes you can't even get through. So K cars are really excellent for stuff like that. Also, the houses around here are so, again, unregulated and random, and their sizes they make no friggin' sense. So their driveway is like this very tight, ridiculous, narrow thing, and you can generally only get in via owning a K car. And so K cars are really popular now in Japan, and now they're becoming like really, really not souped up. They're just becoming like well manufactured, and they're also very attractive. Like there's this brand called, they're so cute. It's called like the Toyota Hustler, which sounds messed up.
I haven't seen that one, but I'm gonna look it
You
up.
gotta get a Hustler. Gus,
Yeah,
get
it's
yourself
called
a
the
Hustler.
Toyota Hustler. Just look up Toyota Hustler K, and they're so
Oh
cute.
my
There's,
god,
like,
this is amazing.
isn't it so cute?
I gotta look it up
I know. So like,
It's like a little FJ. What the heck?
yeah, exactly.
Oh my
they're getting
God.
like really intense and popular and cute. Like they're getting cuter now.
It's like a little
and even-
lunchbox.
Right, I know. And but okay, so I gotta say they're very spacious from the inside. It's like unsuspectingly suspicious, and it's actually really tall. Like it's almost the way a bus is built, which is why their manufacturing regulations are quite different as well. But the windows are like panel huge windows, kind of like in a bus or like a shuttle or something like that. And there's a surprising amount of space. However, they can only work with like tires of a certain size and thickness, and at maximum they're like 650 cc's of horsepower, which is nothing. That's like like if you fill your car up with like 4 people, you can't go up a hill. Like you literally can't do it. It's like impossible.
It's like,
So-
all right, Dad, you gotta get out. We're gonna go up. You meet us at the
We
top
gotta
of the
push. Yeah,
We need to add
exactly. You
double
have
the
to, like,
horsepower. Somebody
offload.
push.
Yeah.
Actually, I had trouble once since I live near Hakone. And in order to get from my town in Shizuoka to Hakone, you have to take this like hairpin curve, like straight road, whatever, up a hill. And it gets really, really dicey towards the middle. And then it like kind of tapers out. But I was in a K car and it was struggling so much. It made the saddest noise. Like it was clearly dying. And it didn't like stall or anything, but at one point it just stopped, but the engine's going and like your foot's on the gas, but it like had to not go any further. It was kind of sad.
Well, luckily,
but-
Austin's really flat, so I think I'll be okay.
It
Yeah, I was
might
gonna say,
work
Gus,
in
you might be okay
Austin.
here.
You can't go to West Austin.
Yeah, who wants to go over there anyway?
Yeah. Austin's over there.
Yeah, it might work for you in Austin. But the problem is like they're really light. Like K actually means light. Like it's literally the kanji and the morpheme for the word for light, like not heavy. So it like if it's in a typhoon and if it's like boxy and you're in a typhoon, they tip over.
Oh,
Like-
God.
They just do. So
Oh no.
I don't know. It's not like the best. The Hustler doesn't though. The Hustler is excellent. It's like I'm not like
Just don't go
trying
driving
to-
in a
The
typhoon.
Hustler's a little boss. I love him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
a little boss.
Keep it in the garage during a hurricane. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You'll-
Also, we're Austin. You'll be fine.
Yeah. The ones I'd been looking at were the Honda Beat and the Suzuki Mighty Boy, which are I guess are older. I don't think they make either of those anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
The
love
Suzuki
that
Mighty Boy looks like a little Micro Machines, like a little
Oh yeah.
toy I would have had
Oh my
when I was a
God.
It
kid.
does. It really does. It looks like it could transform.
I've always liked the El Camino, and it reminds me of like a smaller version of an El Camino, like
Oh,
pocket
totally.
size.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
scene in The Simpsons of you driving that car and someone like opens your door, you get out, and you're that super tall guy coming out of that giant, tiny little car.
Yeah, that's me.
Have you ever been in a Fiat, like those tiny cars in the
Not-
US?
No, I haven't. I have not. You have, Cole?
Yeah, I'm 6'3",
Yeah.
so a tall boy as well. When I was shopping for my cars, I have a Golf GTI now. But I was shopping around. I was dead set on getting either a Fiat or a Mini Cooper.
Oh,
And
I love a Mini Cooper.
until I got in them and then couldn't get out.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, oh, I have to literally fall out of the car because my legs can't bend that way.
Wait,
I
you
get it,
legitimately got stuck in the car?
Yeah, well, like enough to where I couldn't lift myself out. Like I had to like crawl out.
Oh my god. It reminds me of every
makes
time,
sense.
and I'm sure you could relate to this. Whenever you're in a dressing room trying on something that you think you could get on, and then you get it on, and then you realize this isn't coming off.
Yeah.
And you need to like call the sales associate to like wiggle it off of you.
Yes,
Oh my God,
I
it's
had
like
to
you
like
were
ask
there.
people to come help eject me from the car. It's like I cannot comfortably get out of this car. Please help.
I get it, because you have to like tuck your knee all the way into your body, and then you can't use any power to extend out,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah.
And like some of them had like little lips at the bottom, like a little lip that would like my foot would hit when it was trying to come out.
Yeah.
And the steering wheel is also right there. Like it's like right on top of it. So, and then also my head was high enough to where the windshield was like here.
Oh,
And so
It
it
was
was
like below eye level.
yeah, so I'd have to like
So,
So-
you and I, we're like the same height, right, Cole? You might have like an inch on me or two.
Yeah.
we're pretty close. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Just
I'll try to avoid those cars.
Fiats and Minis. They're rough.
Mini Coopers look like regular sized cars here.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm not even joking. They look insane. And also, I once witnessed a Honda CRV here. It couldn't fit through any.
Oh
of
my
the trees.
God.
It couldn't fit. It like couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Imagine a Hummer in Japan.
Oh god.
Oh, I've seen one, and it looks like a moving building. It's just not.
The very first time I ever went to Tokyo, I went by myself, and it was back in 2005. And I remember I took the train from Narita to Shinjuku. I was actually staying really close to Shinjuku Station. And I walked out of the exit from Shinjuku, and I was going to walk to my hotel, and I was looking around. And as I was looking around, a car pulled up. The exit I had come out of, there was like a pickup area where cars could come in, pick and drop people off, and then drive off and leave.
Yeah.
This one car drove up, and it was a Cadillac Escalade, and it was just like blasting music, and it looked massive compared to every other car there.
I
And I was like,
bet.
and then you could tell it was imported. Like the steering wheel was on our side versus
wrong side. Yeah.
the right side. I was like, someone paid a lot of money for that car and then paid a lot of money to bring it over, and they are loving that everyone's looking at them right now. I couldn't see who was in it, but I was like, that is really weird. That I just walked out of the Shinjuku station, and that's like the first thing I see
The
here.
first thing yeah. Oh wow.
That is so bizarre. I can't even imagine, because it's so wide. It's such a like literally on purpose a wide car. So how could it even get through anywhere? I guess Tokyo was different back in the day, but it wouldn't fit here. Like it can't make it through the country.
Back in the day, I remember we had regular sized cars, and now it's a bunch of these tiny ones, and no one could fit anywhere.
Well, even in Tokyo, there's like you'll walk down a walkway and you're like, oh, this is definitely intended for people to walk. And then you see a car coming down. It's like, oh, nope, this is the road. Like you're walking on the road. I thought this was a sidewalk.
Yeah, it's not okay. Like I don't know how more people don't just die. Like I don't understand.
Although I feel like that's like smaller cars and like smaller streets and like places like that. I feel like you see a lot of that in Europe too. And it makes me wonder if like North America is the only place doing it wrong, where we have these like big honking chonker cars and big honker chonker highways.
Doing it right.
We just have so much space. Like we're the only places that can continue to push cities outwards. Like Japan can't, or Tokyo can't go outwards. It has to go up, or like fit more stuff in between the stuff that's already there.
Oh wow!
Right.
It's been a while, but I saw like a mini documentary maybe a year or two ago about how in the United States, the auto industry, when it launched, it really had to change people's minds about cars and about the way people thought about public spaces, because roads had to take over public space, basically. People were used to walking in the street and walking around. So the auto industry invented the term jaywalking to indicate when someone was walking in the street when they shouldn't be, because at the time jaywalking, a jay was like a hillbilly or an uneducated person. So they invented this term to be derogatory to be like, if you're a sophisticated city dweller, you know not to walk in the street, but if you're an uneducated person, you're a jaywalker. So it's like they had to really work to change people's mindsets to get out of the way, to allow people to be okay with roads expanding and taking up so much what used to be public space. And now looking back and thinking about it, it's like, that's really criminal. Like, that's really fucked up that they did that.
It's fucked up. It's brilliant, but it's fucked up.
They tied that with the idea that cars equal freedom.
Right.
It's like, yeah, if you get a car, you're free. The American dream, like racing your Mustang down the open country road.
God, I hate this.
It's like, no, so much regulation, and even then, you're still also part of.
I feel like that's
walking.
like, so I don't know. It just seems weird for like an industry to be able to make a law like that, or like something that would be ticketed, like a ticketed offense like that, like jaywalking is.
Right, like a legal
it wasn't at
issue.
first.
Yeah.
It wasn't at first. Essentially, it was just like, you don't want to be a jaywalker, and the politicians were like, I don't.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm cool.
I misunderstood. I thought you were like, they enacted this new law, and I was just like, damn, that's power.
They just created the term. All they had to do was change the way people thought about the situation, and then the laws followed. It was like it was just basically a propaganda push. Like, they just changed perception so that everyone went along and everyone was okay with it.
Yeah. That
There's
seems
only
to be
such.
like.
Oh no, go ahead.
That seems to be like the strongest political play is just call people names. It's like, you want to get a law passed, you're a jaywalker. What does that mean? You're a dumb walker. I'm not a dumb walker. No.
I'll pass a law
You're
to prove
arrested.
it.
As much as I've heard that term, I've just never knew it was.
Yeah, it's
never
ingrained
thought
now.
it, yeah.
It's been detached from that meaning, and like that's how effective it was. And it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was conceivably within, maybe our grandparents or our great grandparents' lives. It really was not that long ago.
Crazy.
Anyway, I think we should go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank you so much, Raina, for joining us. And we've been talking about nothing in particular. Do you have anything you want to plug before we go? I know I mentioned your YouTube channel.
I guess, my channel would be great. Thank you so much.
And where can people find it?
YouTube.com/Raina Scully.
Hopefully we can put a graphic in there and let
It is
people know.
wonderful.
later.
Go watch all of her videos, and you'll have
Oh
a
my
better
God,
day.
stop. Thank you so
in these
much.
times, it's the closest thing you'll get to visiting Japan. Go watch it.
If you needed more reasons, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely would.
All right, thank you again. Thank you so much, Raina. Thanks, Barbara and Cole, and thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys again next time. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Ruby Volume 8 is airing right now on roosterteeth.com. Click the watch box below to check it out.